Hey guys, Mike here with an MO. I'm on a work trip this week up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So while I was up here, I did a little bit of research, found a couple state parks, and found one of them that is archery only hunting. Looked at it on the map, looked at it on topos, and found this area that I'm at now. Figured I'd come walk around, check it out, see what it looked like, maybe find a couple sheds, maybe see some deer, just to kill some time throughout the day before I got to be back into work. But looking on the maps, located this spot here. There's a parking area down at the bottom. Park down, there's a bunch of south-facing slopes here, which deer are going to love to bed on. They love to bed on the south-facing slopes. The top half of this slope, it's a bunch of CRP, so they can lay in the top ridge here, have the wind at their back. They can wind check that side, and then they have this whole ravine that you just saw that they're overlooking, that they can see any kind of danger coming from. And it's also right next to a parking area, which I do believe that mature deer on state land know where people come in and out of the woods. And I do think that if you do your homework, and I've been in multiple state parks and looking, you tend to see that they do bed closer to where people come in and out of. Whether it's hunters or not, they don't know. All they know is it's people coming in and out of their area. But they have designated parking areas here. This slope, or this hillside here, is right there at the parking area. So anybody coming in and out of this area, the deer are going to know they're here ever before you have any clue, which gives them a huge advantage, obviously. They can slip down this back hillside and be out of sight, and you'd never even know they knew you were here. So walking this whole hillside, this whole top side of this ravine, down to the bottom, and see what we can't find. Maybe we'll get lucky, find a couple sheds. I did see a couple deer riding around on the road, and one of them was a buck that dropped his horns, so that's a huge plus. Every area is different. Not sure when, each area's deer are going to drop. At home, right before I left, I pulled cards, and I still had deer holding both sides everywhere. I mean, one picture clip, I had 5 bucks, all of them still holding. So, and that was just today is Monday. That was Saturday on the card. So, 2 days later, I'm up here, and I know I seen one with both of them drop. So, hopefully a couple more of them are on the ground. We get lucky and find some. Stay tuned. Coming from hunting Maryland and Delaware. Delaware is about as flat as you get. Maryland ain't a whole lot hillier. In the parts of Maryland I'm hunting in, I'm not used to this type of terrain. It's pretty cool. Definitely different. It's not a whole lot of ag in the area, and I haven't walked these hardwoods. I don't know what they are. I don't know what kind of oak crop they had. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what their major food source here would be. There's a couple fields, but it just looks like it's just homes, and they're yards, and the houses are absolutely ridiculously big. I don't know if you can see this one. That's pretty ridiculous. A house on the other side of the ravine, and they hunt. Well, the scenery is definitely pretty, but not used to hiking these hills, I can tell you that. Holy cow, it'll wind you up, down, up, down, up, down. But found a couple sheds so far, one match set. Keep looking for a couple more hours before I gotta go to work. Maybe we'll find a couple more. So just got down to the end of this long top of this big ridge I'm on, and I just jumped deer. They went down over the hill, 5 or 6 of them, and it is really thick on that side of the hill. I'll walk over there and show you. The transition line over there, it's pretty ridiculous. But I found multiple beds where I am now, just jumped deer that were right here, and I'm going to spin it around so you can see what they're seeing. And I just found my first antlers. Actually, there's 2 of them laying there, Pretty sure it's a match set, actually. They're laying within a foot of each other. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to walk up and pick them up here. But I wanted to walk down to this point and show you guys what I was talking about, where and how deer are bedding on south sides of hills, wind at their back. They have all this to overlook and see anything coming from this way. And I didn't realize how thick it was on the backside of this hill, that it's impenetrable. I mean, there's no way anything would come up behind them without them hearing it coming from a mile away. Not to mention, having the wind at their back also. But I'm going to flip the camera, show you. That actually is my car right there. That's the access point. Gate's closed, so if you're coming in, you have to walk in. So here's where we are. This is the bottom end of that big long ravine, this huge south-facing slope that we're on. So he's overlooking all of this. He can see any kind of people that come in here, whether it be hunters or not, it doesn't matter to them. But he's going to have visibility of everybody coming in here. And then the other side of this ravine, there's multiple beds up here, so you can see them. I stepped all in them walking up here, but you can see them where the snow patches are melted. There was quite a few different beds here. But I'll walk up to the top side of this hill, and there was a ton of droppings in here too. I don't know if you can see, but right here, there's a trail run down. You can see where the deer are going in and out of here. There's a couple beds on the top side here. There's a bed right there. Right there's a bed. And if you look, this is where they're laying. This is what they're looking at. So they can see anything coming from a long way away. And again, that's your access point, so they see anything coming in or out. And over there is where I saw the sheds. And there you can see it. But before we go over there, go over the other side of this. Definitely a set. Heck yeah, looks like an 8-pointer. That is awesome. But look at this transition line I was talking about. I mean, it goes, it is next to impenetrable there. I mean, that is a hard transition line. So I'm going to go walk all through the edge of that and see what kind of trails I can find coming in and out after I walk the rest of this. I'm going to walk the whole top half of this hillside to see what we got. And there they are. So let's go see what we got. Oh yeah. I don't know deer sizes here. I don't know what I imagine that's probably a 2.5-year-old. This one's missing a rail tine. New rail. But nonetheless, first sheds of the year. Heck yeah. Match set. This is the fourth time that I've found match set in a bed. I've been fortunate enough to be able to do that on a couple different occasions. Bear with me, I didn't bring my tripod or nothing with me because I don't want to lug that thing around. But match set. Nice buck. I don't know what he is. He's probably 100 inches. 2-year-old though. No growl tine on this one here. We'll go with a lot of the skull that one came out too. No brow. But respectable deer. He'll be a good one next year. He's got good mass. Decent. Heck yeah. Well, let's go see if we can find some more. Good sign. They're on the ground. So we'll be back at you here soon. See if we can't locate some more bone. So that second ridge way over there is where I found the match set, and I have since walked I don't know how many miles all the way around, and haven't found anything else, but we are I'm headed back towards the truck now, and we'll see what happens. We have one more big south-facing slope. I'm going to walk and check, and there's a creek that runs the bottom of it, so it goes up and down. I'm sure there's a couple crossings there. I know when I came in, I seen a couple deer scurry up out of it, so here's hoping. Last couple of hillsides to run up and down, see if we can't find anything else on the way out. I am beat, though, hiking up and down mountains, or hills, I don't know what they are, but definitely not what I have at home, how it is where I shed hunt. I'm usually crawling through briars and thickets and getting cut up instead of climbing up and down hills and killing myself that way. But we'll see if we can't find some. I say we got 2 more south-facing slopes we're going to walk and check, so stay tuned. Maybe we'll get lucky. Well, that cold's killing my battery on my camera, but walking out, and right on the side of the south-facing slope, this is where I'm standing when I found it, and oh no, not the battery. There it is. See it laying right there. See if we can get to it before the battery dies. Oh yes. Alright guys, back at the house. Got the camera charged back up. My battery died just as I was finding this guy. Right as I got to it, my camera battery died. And my backup battery I had in my pocket, which I was hoping keeping it close to my body would help prevent the cold from beating it up, but that was not the case. It was stone dead as well. So didn't have any more battery out in the field, unfortunately, and came back to the house, got everything charged back up, and here is that other half that I found right as the camera was dying, just as I got to it. So this is a nicer rack, much bigger than the other one. He's not a bad 8-point for sure. So all in all, for the day, we found 3. This single, and then we had the match set that we found also, which is not a bad little guy, 100-inch deer. So for the whole walk, we put in about 6 miles, 3 sheds, 1 match set. Great start to the season for shed hunting for sure. So hopefully we can get back out here soon and bring you some more video of shed hunting, maybe some tips that can help you be a better shed hunter, hopefully. Next time out, we're going to go on some state land, I believe, and we're going to be able to do a 3-purpose trip. Our squirrel season and rabbit season is in through the month of February, so we have till February 28th here to squirrel hunt and rabbit hunt. One of the state tracks we have, it's a huge, huge piece. It gets hunted really heavy late in the year and after gun season. Early season is not so bad, but I like to go scout this time of the year and try to locate, see spots for next year, early season. A lot easier to get around now without all the foliage. Mark some spots on the map and maybe be able to get in there next year and capitalize on the scouting this time of the year and close the deal on one early next year. So here's hoping. But we'll go in and do a 3-purpose trip, scouting being the primary trip, trying to find locations for next year. Always looking for sheds when we're in there. And with the squirrel season and rabbit season being open, I'm going to take the 17 with me and hopefully be able to bust some squirrels and maybe a rabbit. Obviously, he'll have to be sitting still. I'm not a good enough shot with a rabbit on the run with a 17, but if we can pop one sitting still, we definitely will. bunch of roads, access roads in and out that you can walk up and down. So we definitely have a chance of seeing some rabbits and a lot of squirrels in the area. So hopefully we can connect on some of them, as well as put some more sheds in the basket for the year. So just as a wrap up, we appreciate you following us on NMO, and hopefully we get you guys some tips and things that make you a better hunter, better outdoorsman all around. Any questions, definitely post them below, and we'll get back to you in regards to any questions that you ask, any comments that you have. So good luck to everybody that's getting out, whether your seasons are still in, you're chasing deer. If not, and you're out looking for the white gold, best of luck to you. Show us some of your success, post some pictures, and we appreciate you guys. Thanks.